Hello there, wonderful singers, and welcome to your COVO vocal exercise routine of the week. My name is Dr. Julia Nielsen. I'm the founder of COVO, short for Community Vocalizing, where our mission is to advance singers' vocal health, fitness, and longevity by providing creative vocal exercise routines. This month at COVO, our January workouts are focusing on breath, and today's routine addresses something singers hear all the time, but something that rarely gets explained clearly: steadiness of exhalation, or what's often called steady breath support. So you have probably heard phrases like sing on the breath, keep the breath moving, or you're off the breath. These instructions are everywhere in singing, but what do they actually mean? Well, here's an important truth. A singer's exhaled breath is not literally steady. Changes in pitch require adjustments to the energy of your exhaled breath. Changes in vocal volume absolutely require adjustments to the energy of your exhaled breath. And we can't forget about consonants, which interrupt airflow, sometimes stopping it entirely for a split second. Remember plosive consonants? So when we talk about steady breath support, we're not actually talking about a frozen, unchanging stream of air. We're talking about consistency of management. A well-coordinated breath support means an exhalation that does not surge or collapse. Instead, the singer maintains a reliable relationship between airflow and vocal cord resistance, vibration, so the voice doesn't suddenly feel unsupported, pressed, breathy, or unstable. So, when a teacher or coach tells us you're off the breath, what they're usually describing is not a lack of air, but a loss of coordination in how that air is being released. So today's routine is designed to help you experience what it feels like to stay as steady as possible with your exhalation, even as the voice moves, changes pitch, and articulates. We are not aiming for rigidity, we are aiming for continuity. So this first exercise is actually a 6-part exhalation study where each step introduces a new level of coordination between an exhaled breath and some form of resistance above. So first, we will start by a long and gentle exhale. I would like you to exhale slowly, as if you are fogging a piece of glass, maybe even your eyeglasses, when you're about to clean them, letting the air move without pressure or sound. You can even put your hand in front of your mouth as if it were the glass. So we're going to exhale like this for 5 measures, and notice how your torso maintains a feeling of gentle expansion. Some people say suspension, and then begins a slow, gradual inward movement only towards the end. So I'll keep time with the piano here. Here we go. Let's do that again, slow and gentle. Second, we will hiss with energy, not vicious snakes and not deflating balloons. Notice whether you can keep the sound even from beginning to end. So this step introduces resistance here at the teeth, and it helps us practice keeping exhalation steady without surging or dropping away. Now, if you feel out of breath before we reach the end, please stop. Exhale as long as you comfortably can, not as long as you possibly can. Here we go, hissing. Let's do that again, a little slower. Very good. Third, we will move into a lip buzz, if that's available to you, or a hum, if sustaining a buzz isn't easy for you. Again, your goal is to perceive the steady exhalation that keeps your sound relaxed and uninterrupted. Now your breath has to coordinate with your vibrating vocal cords. And again, if you feel out of breath before we reach the end, just stop. Exhale as long as you comfortably can, not as long as you possibly can. Let's do that again. Fourth, we will sing a long tone on a vowel of your choice. In this range, I'm going to choose the E vowel, but you sing what's comfortable for you. And as you sing, aim to preserve that same feeling of steady release of air that you felt in the prior versions. And note especially the movements of your torso. At the onset of sound, you want to maintain a sense of active openness, avoiding squeezing, grunting, or relaxing and deflating. Let's do that again. Fifth, we're going to begin shifting vowels. Try to move smoothly through the vowel sequence, allowing the breath to continue steadily as the vowel shapes change. This is harder than it seems like it should be, but vowels alter the resistance above the vocal cords, and the breath needs to learn to adapt without collapsing or locking or pushing. E-A-A. Let's do that again. No breath spikes at the vowel changes. Finally, we'll add a voiced continuant consonant to the shifting vowels, li, le, la this time. But keep the breath moving through the consonant and into each vowel. This version of the exercise most closely resembles real singing, because the breath has to remain engaged even as articulation interrupts, but doesn't stop the airflow. Let's do that again, being sure that the breath doesn't die away at the consonants. Now, let's do a couple rounds of all 6 steps. First, fogging. Then hissing. Buzzing or humming. Single vowel of your choice. I'll bring back the slide for the vowel series. And with the L added, just one more time through the whole series, we're gonna fog. Here we go. We're gonna hiss. Buzz or hum. Single vowel. here. And finally, add the L. Great job. So, in this next exercise, we are still changing vowels, but now we're changing notes as well. And this melodic line presents a very predictable challenge to breath steadiness. On ascending intervals, many singers instinctively let the breath surge forward, almost as if they're suddenly putting their foot on the accelerator of the car. On the descending intervals, the opposite tendency shows up. Many singers allow the breath to die away, almost as if they are taking their foot off the accelerator altogether. So in this exercise, even though we're singing interlocking, ascending thirds, I'd like you to imagine that you are walking down a flat road. The pitch ascends, but the breath stays steady. Let's sing a few together. Helps you to put a flat hand in front of your face. You can try that. Now, in this version, I have added a higher note with an ascending interval of a sixth, followed by a descending interval of a fifth. And this is where the exercise becomes especially revealing. On the way up to the top note, be careful not to whoosh, punch it in the nose. With a sudden surge of breath, keep a steady foot on your breath accelerator. And on the way down, don't disconnect from the breath. Make sure you keep feeding gas to the engine. Try this with me. Now, for some of you, depending on your range, your voice type, and your vocal habits, you might be noticing a different tendency as you go up to the high note. Instead of surging your breath, you may feel yourself taking your foot off the gas. As you approach it, the breath backs away just when the voice needs consistency the most. That strategy won't work either. As pitch rises, the vocal cords are vibrating faster, and that faster vibration requires a certain level of organized energy in the exhale to remain stable and efficient. So let's try a few more with that in mind. Very nice job. So, if you enjoyed this exercise routine, we've got more for you. Every week, we host 2 30-minute live vocal workouts on Zoom, and we would love to have you join us. These sessions are absolutely free. We meet on Zoom every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time, and instructions on how to request our free Zoom link are in the description below. If you want to make sure you don't miss any new KOVO warm-up routine videos, subscribe to the channel to see each new routine when it posts, or use the link in the description below to get each new routine of the week delivered directly to your email inbox. And finally, singers, remember, regular vocal exercise is crucial for your vocal health, fitness, and longevity. Every time you show up at KOVO, you're going to get a creative vocal workout, expert coaching, and a community of friends to practice with. We'll see you there.